Coming up on Wax News, we have more prom tips with reporter Alyssa Weary. This week, we'll get an inside look at hair and nail salons to help you prepare for the big day.
We also have a recap on the recent National Honor Society induction, as well as a final look at Alden Middle School's smash hit musical, Singin' in the Rain Jr. Be sure to stay tuned.
It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. And love and tradition of the grand design, some people say it's even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic clue inside these gentle walls, 'cause all I see is a tower of dreams, real love bursting out of every scene.
The moon may cry,
but we'll smother the blues with tenderness.
as days go by.
There's room for you, room for me, for gentle hearts and opportunity.
As days go by,
It's the bigger love of the family.
I'm Alex Lee.
And I'm Carly Hopsha. Welcome to this week's episode of Wax News.
Over at the middle school, the drama department just wrapped up their production of Singin' in the Rain Jr. This classic show was just released in junior form, and the students in the show did a fantastic job portraying these classic characters in a new and modern way. Reporter Jacob Fairbanks was able to sit down with director Mrs. Erin Trika to get her take on how the show went.
This year's Singing in the Rain Junior went really, really well. We had students who learned how to tap dance for the first time ever. We had majority of our stage crew were in 6th grade or 8th grade, and even the 8th graders that came on board were new for the most part. We only had a couple that had ever done it before. They did a fabulous job. We had one incident that happened at the Saturday afternoon show where the film for Lena's Would You, where it's supposed to show the lip syncing and how that works in Singing in the Rain, didn't come on. And Matt Robertson, Charlie Freeman, they did improv, and the audience members that hadn't been to the show would have never known. They said they didn't even know that anything was amiss. So these kids acted like real pros, and the show went great. Ticket sales went really, really well this year. Our Thursday evening and our Saturday afternoon shows were almost completely sold out. And our Friday evening and Saturday evening shows, we had a pretty full house as well. So although we didn't completely sell out like years in the past, we didn't have the 4th and 5th grade chorus this year, so we think that was a factor. The kids that were part of the show, the audience was so great at all 4 shows that the kids wouldn't even know the difference between being completely sold out and not. The audience members laughed when they were supposed to laugh, they clapped, so the audiences were wonderful. They really enjoyed the show, and the kids fed off of the energy of the audiences. The most memorable part of this year's Singing in the Rain Junior was probably just, as it usually is with a show, is the friendships that were built, and especially the friendships across crew and cast. So we had our actors, actresses, dancers really becoming close friends with our stage crew members as well, which was really, really nice to see. Sometimes there's a divide between crew and cast, and this year there wasn't any of that. Everyone really got along. Our cast party on Saturday night was very enjoyable and fun, and we had everybody, cast and crew, singing along to the DJ, hopping into the photo booth, and so a lot of great memories were made this year for sure.
Congratulations to all the kids who participated in the musical Singing in the Rain Junior. The show was certainly enjoyable and was a huge success for the theater department. If you've been keeping up with Wax News, you may have noticed our reoccurring prom segment. We are here to keep you on track to have a fantastic prom, and this week we are taking a look at hair and nail salons. Your hair and nails are both vital parts of the prom experience, and reporter Alyssa Weary has all you need to know for your prom salon this year.
Prom is right around the corner. All the students are very excited for this enchanted night. The preparation continues while upperclassmen boys and girls try to get together the dresses, tuxes, shoes, and limos, but don't forget about the hair. This is just about the time that you need to start booking your appointments and preparing for Friday, May 19th. Times are getting booked up fast. The earlier you schedule your appointment, the easier you can plan your day and get an appointment at a reasonable time for you. The most popular choices among local salons for the Alden girls are Hetty's Salon, located on Broadway in Alden, How Do You Like Me Now, located on West Main Street in Alden, Salon in the Tower, located on Main Street in Clarence, and Al Salon, located on Transit Road in Depew.
Alyssa, be sure to get booking and check back next week for all the prom information you need. The month of March here at Alden High School is all about Western New York's only eye, tissue, and blood donation center, UNITS. Recently, Alden High School's Donate Life Club hosted a Spirit Week and Alden High School's school-wide blood drive to help benefit UNITS. Reporter Jordan Lawrence caught up with the student body to hear how they felt about this year's Spirit Week and what their favorite part of Spirit Week was.
My favorite part of Spirit Week was donating blood and helping a good cause.
My favorite part of Spirit Week is participating, because it's all about the participation.
My favorite part of Spirit Week was dressing up for Buffalo Bills Day.
My favorite part of Spirit Week was donating blood and saving 3 lives.
My favorite part of Spirit Week was mismatching my shoes.
For the great recap of the Donate Life Spirit Week. It's really heartwarming to see Alden students come together for such an important and influential cause. The National Honor Society recently hosted its annual induction ceremony. NHS was able to welcome 13 juniors into the organization on Monday, March 27th. The students were very excited to officially become members of the National Honor Society. We were able to talk to the advisor, Ms. Ziegler, about the occasion and the history, 4 pillars of the organization, and membership requirements for the Honor Society. Here is senior reporter Jill Peruzzi with more on the
2017 National Honor Society induction ceremony took place on Monday, March 27th at 7 p.m. in the high school auditorium. 13 juniors became official members of NHS. The inductees have worked diligently to meet the requirements in the 4 pillars of scholarship, leadership, service, and character.
The first one is scholarship, so any student after their junior year that has a 91% or higher cumulative average, so their whole entire high school career, they are invited to apply. Then from that point, if they choose to apply, we look at the other remaining pillars other than scholarship, so that's leadership, service, and character. Every year, Mrs. Chavez and I, or whoever is working with NHS, we change some stuff around, so we might add some service projects or take some away. So we always look forward to, what will we tweak, what other new projects might we take on with students, what type of volunteer opportunities can we do, because things are always changing with us.
The ceremony began with a candlelight procession and the lighting of the Candle of Knowledge.
This evening affords us the opportunity to recognize students who possess a unique blend of 4 outstanding traits. Not only are they high achievers in the classroom, but they have also distinguished themselves as high character individuals who both lead and serve this community.
Mr. Ryan then introduced the keynote speaker, Ms. Katie DiFilippo.
To those whom much is given, much is expected. Everyone in this room has been given a series of unique and powerful gifts. Because we were lucky enough to receive these gifts, we now have a responsibility to share them with the world. Whether it's the gift of music, art, writing, service, whatever it may be, you all need to discover what those gifts are and how you want to share them. And that is a process that will continue long after you leave these halls. And as you begin that journey, I think it's important to remember to stay true to those 4 pillars of NHS, as they truly are the guideposts of a well-lived life.
Senior members read quotations from the inductees' essays and placed stoles upon their shoulders. They received certificates and recited the NHS pledge as they were formally inducted. The ceremony was followed by a reception in the cafeteria. Congratulations to all of the new members of the National Honor Society. From Wax News, I'm Jill Peruzzi.
Congratulations to all the new inductees of National Honor Society on this honorable achievement. Be sure to keep up the hard work. After this short break, we will be taking a look at college, what students should be doing now to help prepare for themselves for the road ahead. We will also get highlights of the annual All-County Music Festival that a few talented high school students were selected to take part in. Be sure to stick around.
Welcome back to Wax News. As you know, every week, Alex takes a look at a student within the district that really stands out to their teachers. This week, our sensational student is freshman Angelina Cometto. Angelina is currently in Mrs. Kaczynski's art class and is incredibly talented while also being passionate about what she does. Alex was able to talk to both Ms. Kaczynski and Angelina about her dedication to art and all of her artistic accomplishments.
Angelina is an exceptional artist. I had the privilege to have her last semester in studio and art, and currently I have her in drawing and painting. And since day one, she showed me not only her ability to render or paint whatever it is that she was attempting, but beyond that, it's her ideas, her ability to conceive her own unique artistic vision and then execute it. It's really quite extraordinary. One of the things that I think sets Angelina a little bit apart from a lot of her peer students is her passion. At the very beginning of the year, I asked students, what is art? What is art to you? And Angelina's answers were, art is my life. Art is the reason that I stay up all night sometimes. Art is the reason that I forget to eat sometimes. Angelina really has a wonderful, deep passion for her work, and it is clear to me that she cannot exist without creating.
Well, I've been drawing and painting my whole life. I don't know, ever since I was a little kid, I was always scribbling and doodling and stuff, and it's just something that I really enjoy doing, and it's something that I'm very passionate about, and it's a really good creative outlet for me. It's a very big part of my life. It's something that I think about doing constantly. It's, I don't know, I never really stopped thinking about it, and I never really stopped creating, which is a good thing, I think. I guess I work very hard in art class. I do all the work. I don't know, I stay after school. I'm always working, and I try to be as creative as possible.
Congratulations to Angelina on all of her artistic achievement. Keep up the great work. Be sure to stay tuned next week for another sensational student. With the year coming towards a close, it is time for many juniors to start looking at their future plans. SAT tests, ACT tests, and college applications are all slowly becoming more prominent in the lives of many students here at Alden. Guidance counselor, Mrs. Hake, gave us all the information students need to get ready and stay on track for college. Here's reporter Brandy Pursuti with more.
Some of the first things that I recommend when someone's looking for a college is, first of all, obviously, if you know what your major is or if you know what kind of career path you want to get into, making sure a college has your major is obviously the most important thing. But I also think knowing, do you want to be in a city? Do you want to be in, a small town where the college is? Those are all important things. Do you want to go to a large college, a small college? 2-year college, 4-year college. Those are some of the things to start thinking about. There's great websites out there that we introduce to students. Big Future's one of them. Maya Learnin's another one that we just started to slowly introduce to kids as well. It's a new up-and-coming website that you can do a lot of good college searches with, and you can really narrow down and start a good college list going by starting to plug in those fields. Well, maybe I want to be at a private school, maybe I want to be at a public school. If you don't know at all, then you can at least start to search by major in some of the fields that you're interested in. With the application system, there's something out there called Common Application. It has over 700 schools on it, both private, public schools, nationwide. There's some international schools even on there. But it's one application system for all those colleges. So there's a part 1 that's a very general demographic information that goes to every single college that you add to your list. And then there's a part 2 that's separate to each college. So Common Application is usually a pretty big application system that students use. There's also something called SUNY application that covers all the SUNY schools. So if you're a student that knows, okay, I'm just applying to SUNY schools, it's not as in-depth, so it won't take you as much time. So we'll usually recommend using the SUNY app. And there's some colleges that have the good old-fashioned applications on their own websites. But always make sure that the schools you want to apply to are on the Common App. And if not, then go to that school's website, because right under admissions, undergraduate admissions, is where they would say either use Common App, our own application, or if they're a SUNY school, a SUNY application. SAT or ACT measures, for colleges, they look at that because they see it as a test that will measure your freshman year of success. Yes and no. Community colleges, you don't have to have an SAT or ACT, but I know we usually recommend students take at least one ACT and or SAT in the spring of junior year. And a lot of times students aren't sure at that point if they're just going to go right to community college or if they're going to go into 4-year college. So I always say take one, because then it leaves that door open to many possibilities. You decide later, I'm just going to community college. It's not going to hurt you to sit for an exam, I know. It's a Saturday morning, but still, it's not going to hurt you. It can only help you. If a student is planning to attend a 4-year college, then for sure you won't be able to get in without one of those.
Thanks, Brandy, for the great college tips. Continuing with the college theme, Brandy attended the college fair on Thursday, March 16th. This event was held at the Buffalo Convention Center in downtown Buffalo. Alden sent a large group of current juniors to the event to allow them to get a feel for what types of colleges are out there. Colleges from across the nation and the world were represented so that students would be able to speak to them about programs they offer, the application process, and many other related items of information. Let's take a look at the highlights from the event now.
On March 16th, Alden High School juniors took the annual trip to the college fair, held at the Buffalo Convention Center downtown. There, they were able to talk to college representatives from all around to discuss their options when deciding on where to go. I was able to attend that trip and explore the various options. From schools nearby to down south and across the states, the convention was a great opportunity for students to at least see the wide range of choices that could be ahead of them. Each school is different, so students were able to look into what each one offered for them. For some offer different programs than others. Students were as well able to take home pamphlets and other informational papers given from the school if they were interested. If you were unable to attend, have any question, would like to look through your options, or need help on even where to begin, go to guidance to conference with a counselor for more help. And from Wax News, I'm Brandy Pursuti.
It certainly seems like the college fair was a beneficial trip for many of the juniors here at Alden. Students seemed to be more informed and had a better grasp on what colleges they wanted to look into more seriously. Here at Alden High School, we have an ever-expanding music department. Every year, some of our top musicians audition and are selected for all-county band. This experience allows students to perform with professional directors and fellow talented musicians from around the county. This year, seniors Jenna Rotowski and Alexander Hamilton were in attendance, along with band director Mr. Bill Larrabee. Carly got an in-depth look at the event.
In January, we had several students who auditioned to go to the Erie County Music Educators All-County, both in the junior high and the senior high. And this past weekend, the senior high, we had two students. Jen Rutowski was in the 330 band. Alex Hamilton played flute with the All-County Orchestra. They were there basically rehearsing with all the other finest musicians in Erie County at their age level from 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock on Friday, and then most of the day Saturday. Not only grueling to get in, but also a very quick turnaround from when the ensembles get together to when they actually have to play together in a concert. So things came off phenomenally. Both those students, Jenna and Alex, as well as their parents, should be really proud of what they accomplished that day.
Congratulations to Alex and Jenna on being selected for such an exciting experience and for the truly wonderful performance. Taking a look at the middle school, the annual Battle of the Books competition is starting up and students couldn't be more excited. The competition is run by middle school librarian Miss Regi. She, along with the help of English teachers, picks an assortment of books that students are to read and become familiar with. The students team up in groups of 4 or 5 and they are put to the test. Students must answer questions based on the books that they read. Miss Regi told Wax News that the students seem to really enjoy the event. Here's more on the exciting
year is our 10th year with Battle of the Books, and what that is a competition at the middle school where we have 10 teams of 3 to 5 students compete. They read a total of 5 books together and then answer questions about the books in 2 rounds. The winning team will win prizes from our PTO, and we have a pizza party for everyone. We have the 5 books are usually at different genres. So this year we have historical fiction, Fever 1793. We have Framed by Frank Cottrell Boyce. We have City of Ember, which is a science fiction, and that's by Jean Duprat. We have Amulet, which is our first graphic novel. And we have Okay for Now, which is by Gary D. Schmidt, and it's set in the 60s. This year is especially exciting because our top 2 winning teams are going to compete against 2 other middle schools, Hamburg Middle School and Orchard Park Middle School. I love seeing them excited about reading. I love seeing them excited about the different genres, and just they're so competitive. I also think that by choosing 5 different books, 5 different genres, that the students are maybe pushed to read something they might not normally choose, and a lot of times they're surprised to find a new genre or author that they actually enjoy.
Prepare for Battle of the Books.
Read like crazy.
I usually just study up on all the books. What I like about Battle of the Books is getting to work with my friends and reading books.
I like just reading and like being able to have people who help me answer it.
Being together with my friends all the time and like getting to talk about the books that we like together. I just think it's like a fun after school thing to do.
Because I like to read.
I like to read.
Yes.
Maybe.
Anything else you guys want to say?
I hope we win.
Looking forward to the pizza party?
Yes. And I'm also excited for the pizza party.
Alden for the win!
Great work to all who participated in Alden's Battle of the Books. Good luck to the winners for the upcoming finals. Coming up on Wax News, we'll get you all caught up on the sports world here at Alden High School, and we'll show you how to avoid the sickness that's traveling around the area. Be sure to stay with us. Welcome back to Wax News. Now it is time to turn our broadcast over to our sports team to get caught up on the spring sports as they head toward opening day.
I'm Jacob Eberly with this week's sports. Spring sports have finished their tryouts. The girls' track and field consists of 20 girls that are mostly freshmen. The team is looking promising, and hopefully the girls will win the Alexander Invitational coming up next weekend. The girls will be competing against several schools. Like the girls, the boys' track and field team will be competing at Alexander High School as well. There's going to be some tough competition out there, but I'm positive the boys will be... There's going to be some tough competition out there, but I'm positive the boys will be able to take home that trophy. Spring sports are only a couple weeks in, so the season is still off to a slow start. However, the boys varsity baseball team traveled to St. Mary's High School this week for an outdoor scrimmage. The team is looking better than ever, and I'm excited to see them succeed. I got a chance to talk with senior Tim Pelletieri, and here's what he had to say. I'm super excited for this season to take off. I've been waiting for baseball since September. I am very confident we will be on the road to states. Best of luck to you, boys. Like the baseball team, the girls softball team also had a scrimmage this week against Akron indoors. Overall, the girls' scrimmage went very well and helped to highlight of what's to come. The season home opener for the girls is April 4th at 4:30 p.m. The boys' tennis team has been outside each day practicing getting ready for their first match of tennis. The tennis team participated in a scrimmage Monday, March 27th at Lancaster. They performed extremely well. Senior Tim Turr is definitely looking to go to states by the looks of his hard work. The boys' first official match was Wednesday, March 29th at home against Akron. Tune into WAC's News Sports section to view the scores. I'm Jacob Everly. This was WAC's News Sports.
Thanks, Jacob. Looks like the Bulldogs are gearing up for another successful sports season. If you've noticed that your friends have been missing school recently, you're not alone. With much of Alden under the weather, we've prepared a segment this week all about health tips. Here are the best ways to stay healthy and avoid spreading germs.
Health tips with Jake.
Here at Alden High School, the weather has been crazy. With that being said, there's been a large amount of students that have been sick. But fear not. With my help and following these simple tips, you can be one of the healthiest people around. Wash your hands. This one may sound easy, but you'd be surprised how gross some people can be. Turn on some warm water and be sure to use soap. Lather up the soap nicely, as if your hands are sharing a warm embrace. Be sure to rinse your hands well. If you are unable to access water and soap, hand sanitizer should do the trick. Boom, healthy living. Cover your sneeze or cough. Coughs and sneezes spread lots of germs, and fast. It's easy to prevent though. When you feel a cough or sneeze coming along, simply place your mouth and nasal region into the crease of your elbow. You already dab, so this should be second nature to everyone. Avoiding illness is lit. Avoid sick people. This one is a tough one, especially since, people are everywhere. Try your best though to avoid coming into close contact with those who are infected. You may have to act physically if necessary. Bad germs, stay away. That's all for me. My name's Jacob Everly. Stay healthy, everyone.
Thanks, Jake. Be sure to stay healthy and keep those germs away. With March Madness closing up, WAC's News decided to play a little prank on the students at Alden High School. 15 seed Kent State sadly lost in the first round of the March Madness tournament. However, producer Brooke Strasbaugh asked students in the halls if they thought Kent would win it all as we go into the Final Four. Let's see how Alden students have been paying attention to college basketball news.
With March Madness finally coming to a close, we're here in the halls to see how much Alden students have been paying attention to what's going on in the tournament. Unfortunately, Kent State lost in the first round 97-80 to UCLA. But we're going to see if people really know what happened and ask them how they feel about Kent State's historic run to the Final Four. Alright, how do you feel about Kent State's historic run to the Final Four?
I'm more of like a fighting Irish kind of guy,
Okay, thank you. Okay, how do you feel about Kent State's historic run to the Final Four? Do you think they're going to make it?
Penn State?
No, Kent State with a K.
I don't think they made it.
Good job, you passed the test.
Oh, shoot, I don't even watch that. Come on, that's not fair.
No, that's a good answer. They didn't make it.
Okay.
I was trying to catch you, but you passed the test, so good job. Is that basketball? Yes. I don't watch basketball. Okay, good answer.
Definitely gonna win. I'm really rooting for them. I got all my Penn State stuff at home.
All right, thank you. Okay, how do you feel about Kent State's historic run to the Final Four, and do you think they're gonna win?
I guess it's a good win for them.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't know who that is.
Good answer, thank you.
Well, I don't watch March Madness, but sure, I'll keep spirits high. Good
All right, thank you. Win.
I have no idea what that is, so.
Okay. It's okay. Thank you for trying.
Good and yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I like Ohio, so yeah.
Okay, thank you. How do you feel about Kent State's historic run to the Final Four, and do you think they're going to win?
I think it's fantastic. They've had this historical run, and
I do believe, yes, in fact, they're going to win.
No, I think Gonzaga's going. Well, thank you very much. Yes, they're going to win. Thank you.
Yes, okay. I just heard the news this morning about who made the Final Four, and I think all of the teams have a really good chance because they have amazing players and provide a good opportunity for great games, and I think the games are all going to be close in score.
Thank you. That's perfect.
Kent State is not in the Final Four, as far as I know, but it was a historic run.
While students and teachers aren't too gullible, it looks like they could definitely use a bit of brushing up on their basketball knowledge.
Well, that just about wraps up today's broadcast. Be sure to stay updated with Wax News by following us on our social media platforms.
That's right. You can follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and add us on Snapchat by searching WACS News. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching WACS Network.
And of course, you can always check out our website by going to wacs.aldenschools.org.
For Wax News, I'm Alex Lee.
And I'm Carly Hopsha. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.